Yeah, I would add that I think I'm hearing two different kinds of faith at the same time that ultimately I believe can be, in fact, the teaching of the Catholic Church, that they are united. And that's what we call faith one. Faith one could be defined as what must be in existence and true in order for there to be anything else in existence and true. And as you were putting it, Jordan, how do we make any kind of decision based upon any kind of evidence whatsoever, whether it's in terms of empirical matters, whether it's in moral matters? There's so many presuppositions that we can't make arguments about, but that must be true in order for us to make arguments about anything. So that's the horizon, as it were, of faith. And we can't not have faith in that sense. But then as you put it, then it raises the question, what do we have faith in? Well, the Catholic answer to that, the Christian answer to that, in its broadest possible sense, is you have faith in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the Logos, is the totality of who God is, that horizon of meaning, the horizon of intelligibility, and that whom you can ultimately trust. That's the second meaning of faith, which is not really an epistemic category. It presupposes an epistemic category, which is belief, but it's ultimately about trust. Who do you most trust? And the options there are really quite limited. Either you're going to trust something in the world, you're going to trust yourself, or you're going to trust God. And anything in the world and yourself, you'll be let down. Guaranteed, you'll be let down. Disastrously, in fact. So the third option is you trust Christ, who, through revelation we see, loves you infinitely. So in that sense, Christ once again solves the problem of faith, both at its beginning and at its end.
Okay, so let's delve into that again. So I mentioned earlier when we were talking that you could conceptualize Christ psychologically as the representation of all things that strike us as admirable. So here's an example. When I used to watch my kids play house, my son would play the father and my daughter would play the mother, and she would act out being a mother. And you might say, well, she was imitating my wife, but she wasn't, because she wasn't copying her exactly, because my wife would walk across the kitchen in a particular way and pick up a plate and bring it to the table in a particular way. To copy that is to duplicate it exactly with your body, right? Which I could do if I was imitating you. Something you'd find very annoying. Anyways, what the child does is something quite different. They watch the father across time, and they watch the mother across time, and they extract out those elements of perception and action that can be imitated, that constitute the spirit of the mother and the spirit of the father, and then that's what they manifest in their play.
The Catholic Speakers Organization has one goal: educating the world on what the Catholic faith actually teaches in a society that continually twists its truths.